This is the TXCP V2, everybody. This was dropped off, I would say, a couple weeks ago, maybe, at this point. I don't know when we're going to build this, because we're building the Dolphin first before this. That's the plan right now, is to stream the Dolphin build on Friday. Although, if that doesn't end up happening, I might do it Thursday instead. I will let you all know. Because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be busy for sure. I would honestly prefer streaming on Thursday. We'll see if I can do that. Because my dad is visiting Dallas. He's driving to Dallas from Austin Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as well as my younger brother and his wife. And so it would be nice to, not have my whole Friday taken away. Yeah, so we'll see about that. But yeah, and it was kind of last minute. Otherwise, I would have scheduled out my streams better. I didn't know until last week that this was all gonna happen. We don't even have parts decided for this thing yet. The TXV V2. This is the PCB. These are no longer legal PCBs, from what I understand. Yes. So I'll test it some other day. Doesn't look as nice though off the bat. Looks kind of almost amateurish, right? I guess it's just the decision to use the squares. That just makes it, because the printing is not not consistent. So this makes it look cheap. Would you agree? I think they were better off. They were better off just leaving just not having those outlines. Or maybe that's the look they were going for. It's just really weird that they would leave these lines on, because when you have a plate on, you don't even see it anymore. That's why. That's how it's fine though. So yeah, it's a white PCB with. Well, these LEDs are weird. Wow, let's plug this thing in. I've not seen LEDs like that. Is this thing plugged in? So there's a USB mini. Oh god, I have to snap this thing off. Is this cable not plugged in? I think maybe it's not plugged in. Here we go. It's plugged in. Yeah, so look at that. So they're not square or anything like that. They are long, rectangular. And so my problem with this is that, I don't know if you can tell. So I know on camera this looks white, but I think you can kind of tell now in person. It's obviously red on the left side and then blue on the right side, green in the middle. You could tell easily, super easily. In person. Can't you tell on camera? Yeah. Like you can tell that the left and the right sides are obviously not the same shade, right? It just looks white for the most part, because cameras they kind of fuck you with lights and stuff like that. I think maybe if I put a piece of white paper, it might be obvious. No, it's not more obvious. Not at all. Yeah, but for sure in person, it's oh. It's still not doing a good job of showing it. Yeah, on camera it might not be as obvious, so it's definitely not as obvious. But in person, I can tell you it is super obvious. Super obvious. I think maybe this, you can kind of see that, you know, it's obviously red on this side, blue on this side. Yo, this is weird. Okay, so they're all straight, right? Horizontal, just right at the end. So let me just unplug them. So they're all horizontal, right? And look at this. Because there's not enough room. Yeah, see, so this is what the LED looks like. See, on this side it's all straight. This side is just. And then the weird thing is they put two of them so close together on the sides, right? Which I guess because there's gonna be some sort of underglow going there. But my problem with the PCB is that the LED distribution is not even. Look at this. See, from my nail to. I'm gonna clip my nails out. See, it's shorter. I guess I could just use a ruler for this. There is approximately 66 millimeters between these two LEDs. Over here, it is 87.5 millimeters between these two. So that is a huge size difference, right? 2 centimeters difference. Yeah, so that is a problem for sure because it's so spread out too. And I mentioned this because it is relevant, and you will see shortly why it is. Let me give you the link to the product page. I don't know if you can still buy it. Maybe you can. Oh, I had the page pulled up. Okay, so you can pick up everything except gold. This is the product page for it. I put the link in chat. I got it from TX Keyboards directly. This is their US website, I think. And so gold is all stock. You can buy black, red, gray, and silver. Okay, so you see these things? So like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, the cutouts. You can already tell just from this picture which side is the 66 millimeter gap and which side is which part is the 87 millimeter gap. Yeah, I will show you in person. So, how do I feel about the cutout? Terrible. And I will show you why in a bit. Because this is not my first time seeing it. I've actually seen, when this was dropped off, I saw it already. And now I'm just, you know, showing it on stream. Now the good news is, they made a concession and they removed the diffusers from the front side. So when the V2s were first revealed, they actually had those same cutouts on the front. And it looked fucking terrible because it wasn't uniform. So you will have two that are close with each other and then two that are way further apart. They're not evenly spaced out at all. You could tell just by eye. You know, like if you had to use a ruler to measure it, okay, fine. But you could tell by eye which part has which two are further between each other. So this is the TXT PV2. Let me put this away. I'm not a fan of the V2 design because of the stupid cutouts. Yeah, but so the anodizing is very different on these than on the previous TX keyboards. Now I've built a lot of TX keyboards. I still have one over here. So those TX keyboards, the anodizing was it was kind of similar to most anodizing, except better, right? Literally better. It had one of the best anodizing in the custom keyboard world, and a super good QC, very uniform anodizing, way better than most. Like, you know, if the TX anodizing was an 8 or a 9, TGI anodizing was like a 4. But this is different. I've never seen this on TX. So TX have been trying out different finishes and stuff like that. Their Antique series had a weird. It was a weird brushed and sandblasted type. Like, it was just really weird. It had a weird combo to it. The colors are definitely unique, but yeah. But I ended up liking the way it looked more than the way it in pictures more than the way it actually looked in real life, something like that. Brass plate. I believe they should fit switches pretty nicely. I take that back, actually. I mean, it's still pretty good, but there's just some wiggle room, which I don't like seeing. Yeah, it's still better than most plates, but I don't like that bit of wiggle. Old ass Red Scarf 3v1. So I guess, yeah, cause okay, yes, I actually had a Red Scarf board with those types of LEDs. Not remembered yet. The logo, yes. Yeah, so it's obviously cheap RGB LEDs because, you know, of how the colors are, you know, how the size of the LED and how spread out the colors are. Because you know how the really good ones and the modern ones, they're really tight, really small LEDs. So the anodizing, it is a very textured finish, which is interesting. So yeah, so it feels like, you know, the matte. So it's a very matte black finish. Now I personally like it. Some people might think, oh, some people are mistakenly think that for good anodizing it has to be super smooth. That's not the way it works. Consistency is key, not smoothness or roughness or whatever. Because now to have it super consistent and smooth is more difficult to achieve. But yes, most anodizing might feel smooth, but it's not consistent at all. So this is consistently kind of, I wouldn't say sandpaper, but Yeah, it's got a very grippy texture to it. I quite like it. Yeah, I might even prefer this to the older anodizing just because it's more interesting of a texture, especially on black. Alright, and yeah, anodizing pretty consistent throughout. And so here's the thing. Okay, look at this. Okay, so it has the two cutouts here. Actually, you know, I should measure. See, the sides are the same. It's about that's about 18 millimeters between those two. Oh my god! Even the side cutouts are not evenly spaced. Like, what the fuck, man? So the other side, the left side, it was 18 millimeters between the two slits. This one is... Hold on. Where should I begin measuring? Or I could begin with where the plastic is. Okay, so we'll measure the other side again. So this one is 21. And the other side. And on the other side, it is 24. Yes, the LED notches are like some of the worst things I've seen in the hobby. The brushed brass weight is super nice. Very well done. Because lately, the PVD coated brass pieces I've been seeing have had terrible QC. And so to see such a big piece be pretty much perfect is a welcome surprise. Because most of the other brass pieces I've been seeing just had lots of issues. Like, you know, weird nicks and unpolished, well, not unpolished, but yeah, it's not even polishing and just other weird QC issues. But this one, and those are smaller pieces as well. This is a huge flat piece, and it did such a good job on it. Look at that. Of course, you see fingerprints, but yeah, other than that, no, very impressive. But yeah, so even the side. The cutouts are not even, not the same between the two sides. If you look over here. Okay, so between these two, we'll measure between the plastic parts. So this one is 67 millimeters between the two. This one, $77 to $78. Yeah. I don't get it. So they had these in the front at first too, and then there's major backlash. And he was like, well, you know, I like it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. You know, wait for the next generation of TX keyboards or whatever. But he still, you know, at least he took them away from the front. But yes, what the actual fuck is this? Just look at that. Even on camera, you can obviously tell these are really close. It's pretty far apart. And the connector doesn't help. The connector makes them look even closer. Yeah, so this is a sandwich mount. Anodizing, so this is a shame because QC is amazing on these things. The brass parts, you know, we're talking 10 out of 10 type stuff. Just some of the best brass parts you can find in this hobby. Just insane. Just incredibly well manufactured. Yeah, because I've been building quite a few keyboards with brass parts, and yeah, PVD brass, it's never done properly, but this is actually super good. And you know, it's because he's not new to this. But and then the anodizing, good as always. See, here's what Kin has always been really good at, or Kin from TX. Look at the color matching between the top and the bottom pieces. It's insane how close it is. Right, because wow, what is? Okay, you can actually scratch that off. So yeah, so because of the matte finish, you could easily stain it with just anything. You'd have to be good about cleaning it off. So it's dramatically darker. It's just the lighting, because from where you're looking, it looks dramatically darker, and then from where I'm looking, it looks dramatically lighter. It's just lighting. But when you put it evenly against the light, it looks about the same. So yeah, so it depends. Okay, see, so it depends on how I angle it with the light. Yeah, but when you look at it straight on, pretty much even. Yeah, and so anodizing, pretty damn good. You know, I would give this an 8 or a 9. It's amazing. No dings, no scratches, you know, so that's kind of expected with TX keyboard stuff. But yeah, you know, no weird streaking, splotches, no pitting. Yeah, so anodizing. Yeah, an 8 or a 9. I'm just trying to decide right now. 8 or 9. The Matrix AWO Plus version dark is a 10 out of 10. That was a 10 out of 10. I think I'm ready to give this a 9. Because I don't see any obvious flaws. Okay, so around the grooves it's kind of weird a bit, I will say. That's where the anodizing is gonna be a little strange. I think you can see that. See, that's not my finger oils or anything like that. That's literally just the anodizing. See how there's almost stripes and things like that? Like there's a light stripe that goes across. Yeah, so other than that, that's why I can't give it a 10, that's for sure. Is that just dust? Can I actually clean that up? Hold on. Is that just dust? Can I actually just wipe that away? Because maybe I can. It's really hard to try and wipe it away though because of the stupid cutouts. Yeah, so maybe hold on. Maybe it's just dust. Give me 1 second. Because if I can use my finger to get rid of it, that means that, you know, it's not falling the anodizing, it's just dust or something. Huh, so maybe it is. See how this side now has the stripe is almost gone now, or the strip or whatever. This side you can still see there's some light portions here, lighter portions, but this side is just fine now. So yeah, so it's actually not even a problem with anodizing. The fuck? So yeah, I think 9 is fair for this, but there's still some, you know, almost microscopic. Maybe not microscopic, because if you can see with your eyes, it's not microscopic. But yeah, the finish is still not perfect. It's not 10 out of 10. Can't really explain it. Yeah, because the matrix, because the matte, like it's almost it was a weirdly almost a rubbery type finish to it, so you know it was just perfect. It's incredible. Yeah. So this thing, do they come in rubber feet? I mean, I could bring out the veneers, but we're not trying to do anything incredibly scientific, because even, you know, from looking at it with the naked eye, you could tell it's not the same. The distance between the gap, the gap sizes between the LED cutouts. Well, Orange Josh, well, thanks for tuning in so much. Was a fan of Kin's boards. It's not the cutout. I agree. I hope that that's why, I mean, it's all, you know, not sold out right now. So I'm hoping, yeah, I hope he doesn't get too discouraged. I hope it, you know, encourages him to get rid of the fucking cutouts. But I hope he doesn't just completely discourage him. Yeah, but the anodizing is very, very good, you know, and, you know, it's what we've come to expect of TX boards, is why I've always been a fan. I think that they are... Is it better than, say, Keycloud's anodizing? Yes. For sure. Keycloud's anodizing, I'd give it like a 7. At best, yeah, 7. But this is... a 7 or 8, maybe, like a barely, but you know, this is definitely a step above. Yeah, damn shame, sure, but you know, everything's nice, and if you just completely, if you only look at the keyboard from the top and the front, hey, it's not terrible. Why keycap's so expensive? It's all about the hype. All about the hype. You know, it's not the only instance. Things like that, you know, I can ask the same thing about why TGRs are expensive, because I really don't think they're worth the money. I really don't think so. If you get a group buy price, yeah, maybe. But aftermarket pricing, whack. Champagne TX60 or TX65, you built for the customer with the Emberish Underglow, is still one of my favorite boards you built. Oh yeah, and I use SA Chocolatier on that. That one is super nice. That owner is the same, that customer still has a Lilac M65A with me. It's been almost 2 years at this point and it's still sitting here. Yeah. It's still just there. She's messaged me a couple times about, oh, I still have that with you. I'm, yes. Did you want to do anything else? And then she'll maybe respond like once or twice and then nothing again. And I think a few months ago I messaged her again like, hey, by the way, it's still here, you know, like, don't forget it. yeah, I don't know what's going on as well. But to be fair, last I heard she was in med school, so that's probably why. You know, probably trying to finish up med school and doesn't have time for this. Yeah, no switches yet. At first she was trying to decide between the Zilla V2 and the Holy Pandas, and then yeah, no one knows what happened after that. But like I said, she did mention, you know, the med student, so it's probably why. Probably why. So I just have to hold out for, you know, like, until she gets out of what do you call it? Clinicals? No. Residency, when you're starting to make mad money. That's gonna be a while though. So yeah, the M65 just sitting here. Yes, I've had some, at least a couple of just abandoned the keyboard things, just sitting here forever. Who knows? You know, I try to contact them like, hey, it's still here. No, these are not J's. These are a weird hybrid switch. Cream tops, Zeal V2 bottoms, 80 gram TX springs, Aristotle stems. Lubed with, I want to say 3203, but I might be wrong. End session. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yes, don't forget, tier 1 subs are all 50% off for the month of September because of the September thing that they have going on in Subway. So please do, if you want to support the channel. It's okay if you don't want to or you can't. You can try to use my Amazon affiliate link, right? We're not a sponsored channel. I don't get review units or anything like that. I have been contacted by weird ass, like I think Banggood and recently some other influencer thingy, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from that. Hey, Malagat, hey, how's it going? Wait, how did you find my Twitch channel? You've been stalking me. Oh, does it show up in Discord that I'm streaming? Does it actually do that? Oh, it does. Green Savage, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I didn't realize they did that now. I like the Austin compared to the TXCP because of full size. Okay, so about the Austin, the plan right now is we will unbox that. Oh, so that means I will end up streaming next Monday then. Because, okay, so the plan is I'll unbox and build the Austin prototype next week. So, tentatively, 21st of September, which is a Saturday, evening, we're going to stream the Austin prototype build. And so I believe it should kind of coincide with the group buy and things like that, or maybe like towards the end of the group buy. I can't remember, but yes. So Drifting Bunnies will drop off the board, and then I will try to get him to be on stream, either during the unboxing or during the build stream, to at least, you know, talk a bit about the board, answer some questions maybe. Paid bidet review. Yes, bidet review, installation, unboxing, installation, demonstration, first impressions, and 6-month long-term review. Then starting off TXCP, I've got a TX87 sitting in the post office. I'm dying to build it. What color did you get for it? 10:50 group pass on the 29th. Okay, so, huh. I wonder if he'll move the thing forward, but maybe he won't. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that because the blue is really nice, at least from pictures. It's a very deep blue, and so pretty excited for that one. Yeah, so 21st. So if you're interested in the Austin, mark your calendars, boys. We're doing that 21st. So Malaga, do you stream at all yourself? Oh, you've got 1,000 views. I guess the answer is yes. I don't know what they're doing. I like the Austin compared to the TXCP because that's the full size 0 numpad, but it's also $80 more and limited to 40 first come first serve. They're doing a victory auction for the Austin as well, right? You remember that combo to you that? Yes. A 32 or 3 in the piece. Video cam and all future streams as well. Oh. Oh boy. Maybe a thing that should be you know what would be really funny? So you know those Japanese bidets with like the controllable thing? So you know how remote control vibrators are a thing now? So can you imagine a cam show where you get to control the bidet? or maybe they should have an a AR game or a VR game on mobile where you can control the bidet with your phone or Aura controller or whatever. Get that precision. Yeah, that would be fun, right? Gotta hit the spot. Or maybe they should do it kind of like Kerbal Space Program, where you have to plan out the trajectory and everything. So you know, you're kind of set with like you know you can't really push the pressure too much, and so you have to kind of adjust the the height, the angle, the wind pressure. There's only going to be one source of wind when you're using bidet. It's a natural wind. Try to buy isn't my gig, you know, and with work I don't have time. Yeah, and with games like Dota, it's really difficult to stream because, you know, streamers are already established. It's either you're insanely good or, you know, you're gonna fade into obscurity. No one cares. If you play a niche game, a small game, maybe people tune in, but in a big game, no one cares. Those games you see in the arcade where you have to stop the key in front of the opening to get the prize, and so you have to stop the bidet in the perfect spot to spray the hole to get the prize. Exactly. See, that would be nice, right? And the prize would be just a shiny, clean asshole. That's pretty much it. PS2 video game in Japan that came with vibrator. I'm trying to remember the name of the game. Don't all controllers vibrate now? Okay, so I have to have dinner. Yeah, because I haven't eaten yet. Probably shouldn't stay up for too much longer as well. So yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know before we sign off for tonight. Like I said, this Friday or Thursday, I will let you all know. If I move the stream forward, I will let y'all know. Most likely it'll be Friday. We will build the Dolphin with Polar Holy Panda switches, and Monday we'll be unboxing the Austin prototype, and then Friday after that, the Saturday after that, I might not even do a stream on that Friday. We'll see, just because, you know, Saturday we're streaming a build, so I'll let y'all know as well. But next weekend, 21st, it will be the Austin prototype build. Yes, remind me about the $40. When will we be getting the Alu E6.5? So that depends on Eamsburg. I believe it just arrived at his place, so he should be shipping it out this week. And I'm gonna get it. We can compare the two. So if I get it Thursday or Friday, yeah, because I really want to compare the two, and then we have to build it. Yes, we'll have to get that done. Okay, so maybe actually, not thinking about it, maybe we'll see if we can get all the switches in by then. Because if we can get all the parts in, maybe on the 20th we'll do the E6.5. It's 13th we have to do the Dolphin. I'm not free this weekend. And yeah, the parts are not ready yet for the E6.5. So yeah. So I'm hoping, yes, 20th we can do that. I also have a JC to build soon. We just got the PCB for it. I think we're just waiting on the board to be shipped out. That's it. Yeah, so a lot of exciting things coming in. It should be pretty good. Rest of September. Nice boards, but no news on the Keyblades because Clavier was busy preparing for his trip to the US. He's in New York right now, and he's told me already that he'll deal with it after he comes back from the US or after he gets back from the US. Yeah, so we'll wait for that. And yeah, because the Keyblade is just sitting on my desk. It's just been sitting on my desk ever since the stream. So hopefully we can get that done. Yeah, so if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm gonna run the credits otherwise. Thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll have a good week ahead of you. I wish I could just see the credits on another screen, just so that I don't have to wait for, because I'm looking at it just as you're looking at it. New follows: Malagat, Dota, thank you, 8-Track, Burr2G, Servi, Jacob, Tennessee, or TN. It could be Twisted Pneumatic, right? We need a Jacob IPS. Striker 09 and End Session, thank you for the subs and resub. Really appreciate it. What else? And I believe there were some follows in from between the last stream. So Geoff014, the Containment Unit, Raphael Chawindra, the Arc, Wilsey, thank you for the follows. Let's do a raid real quick. Let's see. Okay, no, we're gonna raid Rainy. She's been a long time streamer. She's currently streaming Control. Oh wow, new game. So let's do that. I'll see you all there. Thank you again, everybody. Hip hip, thank you. 4171, the Kuzan, Bad News Caps. Oh yes, look at the sexy plate. Exactly. It is the best plate in the history of keyboards, maybe ever. Hammer Brother, VPR, Alex, Eamsbird, iBurley Games, Trina Gamer. Who else am I missing? Yes, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I will see you all Thursday or Friday. I'll let y'all know. Have a good night, good week. Goodbye.